Hey guys, back to give you guys another video, and hopefully a few tips and tricks here that help you catch more fish this year ice fishing. So as we're getting closer to first ice, I know there's a lot of us already who have been fishing first ice. Lucky you guys. I cannot wait to get out there on some hard water and start bopping some fish. But today what I got for you is 3 ice fishing secrets. And these 3 things I know for sure will help you catch more fish. They won't work 100% of the time, but I think if you try these 3 different things, that either one of them or a combination of them is for sure going to get you more fish on the ice. So stay tuned as we get into the first one. So the first secret that I'm going to tell you guys is the use of ice flies. I've probably been tying flies for about a year now. Started with walleye jigs, then started tying some little like trout streamers that I use on my spinning rod. So I figured, well, why not try it for ice fishing, you know? Just to try to give a more natural presentation, try to imitate their natural forage as much as possible, and it's just something that they're not used to seeing. So I'm going to show you guys a few examples of what I use, and then I think that's going to segue into the second and third secret pretty well. So if you guys look here, kind of got a few examples of what I use. These here are just rabbit tail on some hooks, and I'll show you a few ways you can use those. Over here are a few scuds. These guys here. Another good imitator for the natural forage. Very subtle. Same with this thing, is a very subtle, slow presentation. And then here are some tungsten jigs that I have tied over, and these for sure do work. I wasn't on the ice but did some fishing today, and I'll show you a picture right now. Was using one of these guys and it worked pretty well. But these are just 3 examples. There's many more things you could do, but so that's the first secret, is try using a few of these guys and see if it works for you. So my second and third secrets are kind of ways to like rig your rod up, or kind of like rig your lure. And it's gonna be 2 methods. One's gonna be the drop shot method. If you're a bass guy, if you've ever done any bass fishing, you probably know what a drop shot is. What all it is that you're gonna run your main line down to a hook or a jig or whatever, or what's even better is the ice flies that I just showed you. Tie one of those on there, and then you can tie a foot, 2 foot, 3 foot, whatever you want, down to a weight. You can drop that all the way down to the bottom, and that weight's going to keep your bait from spinning, for one, and it'll keep it in the same exact spot. And it's very easy to jig or move your lure in this situation, because you have your weight on the bottom, and if you just drop down a little bit, it floats free. So it's very natural again. And then the third one is a dropper rig. So it's pretty much the same thing as having a traditional tungsten jig on, but you're gonna, between your jig and your rod, about 1 foot to 2 feet above, you're gonna tie a dropper, which you can put on just a normal hook, because you could tie wax worms or whatever on there, or again, use one of the ice flies. A great presentation for finicky bites is running a smaller jig, like a 1/32 or something below, at about 1 foot to 2 feet above your line, somewhere in there, tying one of those weightless scuds or rabbit tail lures. And then a lot of times what will happen is that finicky fish or whatever will pass up that bottom jig and float up to that smaller, more finesse presentation. So this is going to help you, with finicky bites, going to help you with finicky fish, and I think overall it's just going to help you catch more fish in general. Here I kind of drew up some examples. Yeah, this is the drop shot over here, where you got your rod with your main line down to a jig, a hook, or a fly, and then no more line down to a weight. Like I said, this is going to keep your bait from spinning. Very easy to jig, and just a really good finesse presentation. And then over here is the dropper rig. So you're gonna have your rod up here, and then you're tied down to a hook or a fly, Probably more likely something subtle, more finesse, and then down to your tungsten jig that you normally would tie on. And looking at both of these, I can guarantee you that either one of these or both of them are going to help you catch more fish. They've worked for me. So I hope you guys learned something from this video. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Like I said, I used all three of these methods and they've all helped me. If you don't know how to tie flies, start. It's made me appreciate fishing much more. Way more of a connection with the fish and the catch in general. But if you can't buy them, find somebody who can make them for you. I guarantee they're gonna work. But hopefully, you guys got some safe ice. They're gonna have some safe ice soon where you guys can go out and try these methods on your finicky bite. Go with these methods, it's gonna help you. So thanks for watching and see you next time.